Okay, we're going to do the motor base moulding. You should already, from the drawings you've got supplied straight away, have got this side. But if I hide the actual motor casing, you can see we've got some work to do at the back, and we temporarily put some measurements in to make this right. We've got to go back in and correct those. So I'm just going to hide all of this. Let's just do it up here, shall we? Let's just go through. I want to keep the top one and just hide all these, which we'll do in a second. Just going through. So I'm just now left with the casing. There's some sketches left there, so I can switch off sketches, but I don't want to at the moment. So I'm going to concentrate on this face here. Now, if you look at the drawings, the first thing we're going to start with is the depth. This video may be quite long, but and may have to do it in two parts, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to go to my little toolbox and get the measuring tape out, and I'm just going to measure from that face there across to this face here, and that gives me 5mm. Now if I actually look at the full depth of what I want, the total depth to the face you'll see is 5.3. So I'm just going to double check some other measurements, which you can do as well. So just press the escape key. I'm going to do that. The tail, this shouldn't change at all. Nothing this side should change. So it's everything from this way upwards. So I'm just going to take that tape again, and I'm just going to go from that face, okay, up to that face, and that's given me a measurement of 1.5. Now if we look at the drawing I've got, that should be 2.3. Sorry, I tell a fib. Let me just double check the dimension there. Should be, I can't do this in my head for some strange reason. Okay, it's 1.5, so that is correct. I'm trying to think where the other point 0.3 is. Oh, okay, I know where we are. So actually to that, we're absolutely fine. So actually from, let me just press escape, from, let's go from here, okay, to there, should be 3mm. So we're actually spot on. So I don't need to change anything there. I thought I had to, but we don't. We're spot on. Right, first things first, I need to look at a second ring that has appeared. So we've got that ring. So I need to come up, just make sure that from there to there is 0.5. So let's just have a quick look at that. So let's just have a, I think let's go from that point to that point. That's 1mm. So that actually should be actually yes, 1mm, which is absolutely fine. So that distance from there to there should be 1.5mm. Also absolutely perfect. Okay, now so I'm going to draw a circle for this next little bit. So I'm going to go to sketch, and I'm going to do this on this face here, and go to circle. I'm going to pick off that center point out here, just random at the moment, and I'll tell you what diameter that is. That should be 22.5. So let's have a quick look. 22.5. So let's put that in at 22.5. Okay, and that's gone out perfect. And then I want to come in approximately, I think just the dimensions, which I may have or may not have put on your drawing. I think it's about 1mm, but we can change that later on if I am incorrect. Okay, I want to offset by 0.8, so that's on there. and let's go reverse direction and put that in at 0.8. Okay, so it's giving me my second line, and then what I'm going to do is actually put that up by another 1.5. Just double checking that. Yes, 1.5. So if I now go to features and I go to extrude boss base, and that's kind of done it for me already, but the distance is not 10. I need to change that to 1.5, and that gives me the sort of locating ring that goes around. Now normally I would put a little bit of a draft angle on, but don't worry for this occasion, and I want it to join for the moment. So there we've got a little bit of depth there. Don't worry about this here at all. We'll go into that later on because there's changes to make. I'm just going to hide that sketch for now, just so it's a little bit annoying. So I'm going to concentrate on this face. I'm just going to do it around that way. So if I press the, if I select the actual face, press the space bar, and I'm just going to go to this little symbol here, which is normal 2. So that gives me the orientation that I actually want to work off. So I know there's a couple of pegs come around around here. So I'm just going to draw off this surface for now. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm going to draw those sort of 2 triangular bits at the top. So I'm going to go to sketch, I'm going to go from that surface there, and I'm just going to do a random circle about there. Now I could mirror this across, but I'll just draw them for argument's sake so you see. And I'm going to make those 2 equal. So whatever size dimension, I'm going to put a dimension in on that one there, which should be on the a higher end of stuff. Again, I haven't put that in your drawing, but the actual circle itself is 1mm. If I just go onto the drawing I've got, I can measure it myself. So let's just put that in. I can come back and change that in a second. Let's just put in 1 here. Okay, and that's done that. So I'm just going to go to the drawing I've got open already, which is what I made earlier. So it's this radius there. So again, just going to go to my measuring tape and just measure the outside. Remember that, and 1mm, so it is. Okay, we're fine. So close that, Control Tab, go back to my drawing. So I know that's right size. I now need to position those. So I will now put in a center line from there down to there. Okay, and I'm going to put a center line right across the middle for us. So I'm going to go from somewhere here. There we are, from there to there. These will come in very useful later on. Okay. Now, the position of those is 18mm apart. So I'm going to do dimension just for now. From there to, it's going to be, I have to zoom in to pick up that one there. That wasn't far off. Can do that. 18. Okay, so that's those 2 kind of set that way, but I need to get them equal distance. So I'm just going to press the escape key. I'm going to pick on that center again, hold the shift key down, center line, and center of that circle, and let go, and then make them symmetric. Okay, now they're not quite there yet because I think they're not on that center line. That's it. So I just need to select that point there, go onto this here with the shift key, and then go coincidence. There we go, we've gone black. So that's the kind of outer element of that circle for that. Now I know that the triangle from there is a 40 degree, so it's 80 degrees I'm looking at. So I'm just going to draw from there to there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same from here to here. And what you'll notice, if I just do that, you've already got a tangential relationship there, but you haven't on this one here. So I'm just going to make that tangential onto that there, and make that tangential. Good. Okay, And the next bit I want is this outer ring here. So I'm just going to go to convert entities. Okay, I'm going to click on the outer ring. Okay, so that's now gone black. And I'm going to do the same up this end. Again, I could mirror this, but just for the video, I'm just going to draw it in for you. So here we go. Let's just do that one there. And you can see that one has got tangential relationship, and they both have now. So all I need to do now is trim away what I don't want for now. So just take that out. I'll take that out, and I'll just take that leg and that leg out. So you can see it's starting to do it. Okay, and to make these kind of equal, I'm just going to click on there, hold the shift key down, go onto that center line, and then onto that point there, and then make them symmetrical. Okay, I'm going to do the same at the top. So that's there, hold the shift key down, center line, that point there, and then make those symmetrical. Okay, you saw them shift there. And I'm going to put a dimension from there to there. That's actually an angle. No, I didn't want that point, so just press the escape. So I'm going to go from that line to that line. That's interesting. Let's do it from this line down to the center line. There we go, that's what I wanted. So I want that to be at 40 degrees. And if you notice, that should change out. There we go, perfect. And I'll do the same at the bottom. So I'm just going to pick that line and that line. Okay, we want far off. Do it 40, perfect. Okay. Right, last thing I need to do here is to trim away that and that. And I want to trim away that one and that one. Right, so you can see where that is. So what I need to do now is extrude that from that base that we've got there, and I may have to alter that base later on. I'll let you know why in a sec. I'm just going to go to features. I'm going to go extrude boss base, and I want it 0.3 above that surface. So just to do that, rather than blind, I'm going to go offset from surface. I'm going to pick that surface, and I want 0.3. Okay, and it's going to ask me for just see reverse. Yeah, there's reverse offset. So there we go, and I want it to merge and do that there, and there we go. So we've now starting to look at what I've got there on it. So while I'm here, I might as well put in that circle. Now I can actually see a problem already with that, so I'm just going to go back into this. I'm going to go to edit sketch. Now that's got diameter on it. It should be diameter 2. It was a radius. I've got my diameters and radius, so I'm just going to double click on that and put in 2. Okay, which means I can change it. That's better, and then both are done at the same time. Perfect. So we've done that bit. I can now go in, and I am going to do that peg that sticks out the top, which I'm just going to double check on my other drawing, so just bear with us. So I can control tab. You'll have the screen to do this, but I can actually measure off this. So I'm just going to take my measuring tape. Okay, I had that previous, so just press escape, go to the little measuring tape, just go to the outer circle there, and actually that's 1.8 in diameter, which is great. So that's really 0.9 on the actual drawing. So I'm just going to go back to here. I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to do this on this face here. Sketch. I'm going to draw a circle. If it lets me pick up circle. I think it must be the cold that's done it up to here. Bring out. Okay, I'm going to. I should actually do the same again down the bottom. Okay, do that. Let's make these two equal. Okay, and equal. And I'm going to give them a dimension. Okay, this is going to be it should be 1.8. So just a 0.2 in, you can see how far. And then if I look at this, the height, so from top to bottom should be 7.8. So if we look at 5.3, 7.8, let's just put that in. So let's go to features, let's go extrude boss base, and I'm going to select those two, so it's that one and that one. Don't know why that's not selecting automatically. Oh, because it's offset from surface. I'm just going to do blind, and I want to put in here not 0.3, but as I said before, it's 7.8. So I just want 7.8 minus 5.3. Okay, and that's perfect. We can come back and do the radius later on, but they're starting to get those pegs in there. Now I'm going to come back in with another video straight after this one.